All right, gamers. So here's the first screen that you're going to see. You're going to see your operator. You're going to see a few different options here to the left. And one of the very first things that you're going to want to do is go to this customize here. And you'll want to remember this along the way. And you're going to just hit this little button here. That clears all the notifications. So you'll never have that little yellow thingy up there again. It's very annoying. But before we get into the play, there are a couple different things you need to know. Training, you just hop into basically a shopping mall and you shoot dummies. So really nothing crazy there. You can try out weapons and recoil and everything like that. The shop, you can pull this up. And this is based on blueprints. So you can buy so these national bundles here, you can buy all of this. Like I bought this guy here, as you can see, and I have the barrel. I'll talk about that weapon here in a little bit, but uh, it just shows you everything that you can buy, whatever you want to get, weapons, yada, yada, yada. Typical shop. Battle Pass is coming soon whenever they release it completely. Season 1, I don't know when that's coming. But let's head over to Customize here first. Here in Customize, you've got a few different options. Identification, that's just cosmetic. Equipment, strikes, and character. We're going to start with character first. Here, there are a lot of different things that you can customize. You can customize what his head, his face, his gloves, his jacket, all these things. But also, it comes with operators. So I bought the PLF conscript guy. This is the guy that I used, and then you can customize from there. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Strikes, we'll talk about those in a second, but let's go into equipment. This is the weapon customization area. If you click on this, you'll see something to the right here. You'll see that you've got a loadout weight. So what this is basically, depending on how much you have, is how fast you can move. And there is a limit to how much that you can be carrying as a soldier. If I click on this here and I do, let's say, just an SMG, that's going to have a little bit more mobility than the assault rifle. So I'm going to be moving a little bit quicker around the map with that SMG. And as my secondary here, as I try to put on an RPG, obviously the weight limit has been reached. So that's one stage of the loadout weights. You've also got your armor. You've got Kevlar plates, ceramic, and steel. Steel is obviously the heaviest. It's got the most weight there, but it also offers the most protection. Your Kevlar armor doesn't offer much, but it's going to make you much lighter, as you can see up there. Same thing with the head, Kevlar and titanium. That has nothing. And so even with an assault rifle here, you will have plenty of mobility throughout the map. Now we're going to go into equipment here. There's a med pack, equipment pack, and ammo pack. The ammo pack, obviously you get ammo. Equipment pack, you obviously get, the equipment. You've got armor, gadgets, grenades, and then the med pack you can use. These packs you drop down into the map so you and anybody around you can use them, but you have to stand in front of them or stand by them and hold F in order to use them. So it's not just something that you stand there, and it's not a quick tap. You've also got grenades and other secondary gadgets, and self-explanatory there. And then you've got your backpack here. I'll show you how to use that once we get into the game, but in this backpack, you've got all these here, and these are only unlockable in the backpack. So unfortunately, you can't customize what's in the backpack or what optics you put in the backpack to bring with you. These are set. So they're okay. I don't use the backpack all that much. The only thing that I might use is the suppressor, but even then, that really doesn't do a whole lot. You've got a secondary sight here, which is the canted sight. Works okay. If you've got a high optical zoom on your primary, then the canted sight will work just fine. And then you've got a gadget. My favorite gadget is the first aid kit, and that's not going to be unlocked for a little while. Level 30. I'm only level 11. But you can swap out your primary grenade or your secondary grenade or gadget or whatever that is, and you can swap it out during the match there. And then I want to move on to customization of the weapon specifically. So uh, you can see all of these weapons. You've got loads of options here. The game certainly doesn't leave you with anything to do. I mean, you can just play Tactical Barbie with your weapons, but let's customize this. Some weapons have 5 attachments, some have 3. It just depends on what you're using and what you choose. It's all about balance, and I don't know exactly how they've determined that all the way, but you've got your sights. You've got your canted sights. You can put one on instead of just using it from the backpack. But, you know, the typical things here. Not only do you have all these performance enhancing attachments, but you've also got some other parts as far as like the handguard you can change. You can change the stock. Now, none of these do anything. These are all just visual. But it's nice to add a little bit of your own pizzazz to it, right? And what's really, really cool about this is all these parts, personal performance, you can change the skin directly. You can, let's say you want to have Arctic skin on your foregrip for some reason, and olive on your hollow sight. You can do that here. It's just a really good way to promote individuality. But moving on to strikes here, you've got essentially three different categories. You've got somewhat of a support or like a radar jammer kind of category here. And I like to use the Barracuda because it shows a lot of people in a specific section. It puts a little square around them. And then you've got the support here calling in some bombs, some airstrikes. You can drop it on tanks. You can use this artillery to kind of prevent an approach or to obviously try to take a point. And then you've got your vehicle. And you've got a lot of different vehicles that you can choose from. IFVs, AFVs, little drones. And what's even cooler about this is once you get them here, you can customize once you unlock it, you can customize the turrets, you can customize the armor, you can customize the other turrets. It's really, really good. You've got some other options here. Vision, you've got optics like this. This customization is definitely something that I don't think any other game has to offer. It's just got loads of freedom. You just obviously have to unlock all of it. Now we're going to go into custom play here. You can see you've got tactical ops, and that's more of the objective-based gameplay. And then you've got team deathmatch. There are only 3 team deathmatch maps right now. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I had to count them, 5 tactical ops matches. This is where you're going to earn your points here. This is where you're going to level up. This is the easiest way to do that. Team deathmatch is just you go in and kill some people. So that's a good time. We are going to hop in here, and I'm going to show you sort of how the game plays, give you some quick tips. All right. So I've got my HUD sort of a little bit smaller than normal. You can adjust that, but I put it pretty small just so I can see a little bit more. I like to do that. If you use letter I, this is how you get to your backpack stuff, and you can change that. This is a terrible sight. I would not recommend it unless you have nothing else to use. Put my hollow back on, but you can see I've got everything here. I swapped my concussion. Just, typical things. Not exactly quick. You can obviously hotkey that to something different. You can see, just a quick tip here, you can see in the very center of the screen, I'm trying to get it on something dark. You can see that little white dot. That's sort of the center of my screen there. That gives you a little bit of understanding of where you're shooting. Hang on. Okay, after that, we spawned on A2. So as you can see at the top there's A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, right? And those are scattered all around the map here. And what they do is they get you points. So you rack up points depending on what you've got captured, depending on how many points. And in order to get points, you have to capture the corresponding points. So look up top there, you see A1 we do not have captured, but A2 we do. Nobody's getting points there. That is considered a neutral point. However, if we were to capture A1, we would be getting points. So right now, the enemy has captured B, and they are getting points, and we are not. So that's sort of how this goes. That is the goal. Movement wise, you've got the sprint, tactical sprint. You've got the crouch sprint. You've got a slide. You've got to lay down. That's if you hold backward and you lay down, that's how you lay down like that. While you're on your back, you can swap and go prone. Same thing is you stand up and you lay down. You just go prone there. So double tap D, double tap A, and then shoot this guy. Maybe not. Okay, so as you can see to the right side of my screen, I have strike points. I have those strikes that I can choose from. But those aren't doing me any good right now because I haven't gotten many points. The main way to get points here is to capture, or basically to follow your squad leader's direction. So you can see in the bottom left, I have that guy. Oh, I am the squad leader. So if I mark, let's say B2 here, this is B2. I have to look at it, hit X, and I come on in. And so then if people listen to me, they get points. That is by far the easiest way to get points, but you can also get some points if people use your equipment. Say you throw down some health for someone. That's a good way to get points. But as the primary way to get points so that you can call in strikes is listening to your squad leader. Now, as far as shooting goes, you may have noticed already that the recoil is pretty hefty. Oh, to go along with this, there is friendly fire. Do not shoot your friends. They will not be happy. I'm about to not be happy, but when we're in this situation. Oh, there's the Barracuda that I was talking about. You see how there are all those little red dots there? I'm just going to sit here. All right, there we go. Someone got him. Okay, as we're shooting across this way here, down in the bottom right, you can see that there's full auto and semi-auto. Some have burst fire. This just has full and semi-auto. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just laying low. There are no red dots on the mini-map. Got him. We'll take that. You could throw grenades with G. That's fun, huh? Oh. But with single fire here, your recoil is going to be lowered quite a bit. I mean, it still goes up, but it's not going to be as crazy. So it's a lot easier to control at distance, especially with something like this. Like with this range, this is a fairly big map with wide open spaces, so it's going to help out quite a bit. All right, we respawn. You can use M to pull up the map. It shows exactly where you are. It'll show what's going on in the map. You see there's explosions right there. You can see where you can't go. See those vehicles. And then there's those little boxes. I want to show you one of those little boxes there if I can. Oh, I hope I can get there before I die. These little boxes here, they give you ammo. They're scattered throughout the map. There's a few of them. They give you ammo, health, and armor if that's what you need. And then you've got a 5-second timer to deploy. And if your friendly is getting suppressed or in battle, like, yeah, see, I can't, my player's suppressed. I cannot spawn on him. Now he's dead, and I definitely can't spawn on him. And then last but not least, we've got the strike. I currently have one, so I'm going to use my Barracuda. And I'm just going to put it, since we're in the corner, on A2 so we know what's going on here. So my team will be able to see all those gamers and hopefully take this point. But you won't be... I'm also getting assist points and everything here, but you cannot see those because I have most of the HUD turned off. That's just annoying to me. You can go into gameplay. I'll actually show you. Go to options, gameplay. You can sort of adjust the HUD, but what I like to get rid of here is the score feedback, the interaction tooltips, the repair kit status, warnings, enemy armor hit status. Just don't want to see any of those. It just clutters the HUD. I prefer it a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to take this mercy spawn here, and I'm going to see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it at least helped you out a little bit. I hope it was a little bit more organized. Just trying to get this in your hands so that you guys have a good time, you don't hate yourselves, and you don't shoot your friends. So thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, be bold, be courageous. Don't shoot like that.